Hello, everyone. I am Gertrude Sachekar. As a professional, I have the best of two worlds. On one hand, more than 20 years of experience in the financial industry, and on the other, the skills and superpowers of an associate certified coach. I specialize in leadership, emotional intelligence, and positive intelligence. Today, we are going to talk about how to lead by example and how our actions speak louder than our words. I'll start with an introduction. Then we're going to talk about how to know if we are leading by example, then how to come back to integrity, a real life example, and then the key takeaways. How do I lead by example? I found this question in an article from the Harvard Business Review a couple of months ago, and since then, I have been trying to answer it with clear, specific examples. Humans learn by imitating others. This is how we learn to speak, walk, eat, and understand what is considered nice or naughty. And the more we admire a specific person, the more we want to do what they do. I'm sure many of us can recall being told to stop doing something because our younger siblings wanted to do the same and it was dangerous for them. It can be frustrating, right? From an early age, we had to lead by example. Leading by example means that the leader's actions establish standards for others to follow. A few years ago, I had a demanding job, and I chose to approach it with intense dedication. I worked over 60 hours per week, responded to emails at odd hours, and seemed to be hooked to a coffee IV drain. My team, especially my direct reports, began showing similar behaviors. Repeatedly, I told them that they didn't have to respond to emails out of normal working hours. They could disconnect from or leave work at a decent time. I said all those things and did none. As the head of the group, my influence extended to at least 20 individuals, those officially on my team. If I wanted to have a better quality of life, I needed to lead by example and align my actions with my words. The next time you find yourself complaining about how disengaged, overworked, or mediocre your team is, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what am I doing that is allowing my team to mentally check out? What can I do differently? How do I know if I am leading by example? Start by identifying your top 5 values. Some examples are personal growth, gratitude, physical fitness, financial freedom, fun, etc. Then look at your calendar and confirm how much time you spend on those values. If physical fitness, for example, is among your top 5 values, it would be expected that you follow an exercise routine of some kind. Maybe you hike on the weekends, go to the gym regularly, or train for marathons. Next, ask the question, how am I leading by example to your direct reports, family members, people in your community? Listen attentively to their responses without preparing any defensive arguments. Your goal is to identify both alignment and misalignment. The only thing you are allowed to say at the end of that conversation is thank you. Okay, you can add, I appreciate it. How can I come back to integrity? Integrity is the state of alignment between our actions, values, goals, and words. We are always leading by example, even when there is a disconnect between what we say and what we do. But what do we want our shadow to cast? An example of integrity or an example of contradiction? When you look across all aspects of your life, career, finances, relationships, etc., you will find that you have integrity and incompleteness. For instance, you may be leading by example aligned to your values in your career, but not in your finances. Choose one area of your life to tackle. I know you want to fix everything right away, but this takes time and energy. Then do a gap analysis between how you are spending your time and the values and goals associated with that area of your life. Identifying the misalignments will allow us to set the appropriate actions to course correct and come back to integrity. Let's take a look at a real life example. one of my clients, Tiffany, wanted to demonstrate integrity in her relationships, specifically within her immediate family, her husband and their 2 kids. I asked Tiffany to describe what her ideal future state looked like. She mentioned having a date night with her husband at least once a week, being fully present at family dinners, and doing something fun with both kids together and with each one individually at least once a month. This sounded both great and daunting to her. She and her husband had demanding careers, and the kids had school and extracurricular activities. When she looked at her calendar and listed her daily activities, she realized that not many were aligned with spending quality time together as a family. A doable first step in the following 7 days was to prioritize family dinner. Tiffany committed to preparing conversation starters so the family could discuss topics other than just their to-do list. This was an important and achievable first step. Tiffany continued to make other changes. She and her husband started to have date nights once every other month. As the kids became more independent, they increased that frequency to once every 6 weeks. Becoming aware of the inconsistency between her values and her actions made a huge difference. Tiffany is not looking for perfection. Yeah, okay, she is, but she's learning to move away from it. The important thing is that her steps, even small, are closing the gap between her values and her actions. Human learns through imitation. Monkey sees, monkey does. Many people look up to us, including colleagues, kids, friends, family members, and even strangers. At the same time, we look up to others as well. This is how we gain cues about appropriate behavior in different situations. When we are the new kid at work, school, neighborhood, country, we observe the locals to understand what behaviors are considered acceptable. People need to see what is possible to know that it is possible. When I was a girl, I wanted to be a teacher. I was committed. I had a blackboard and chalk in my bedroom. My younger cousins still remember playing school with me. Where did that come from? Both my parents were university professors. When we lead with an attitude of abundance, possibility, and optimism, we play a crucial role in breaking unproductive or destructive cycles within our families, workplaces, and communities. Although it may feel at times that no one is noticing, listening, or caring, there is always someone who is, even if we can't perceive it. How are you leading by example? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for listening. Please include your responses in the comments. And for more content, remember to subscribe to my channel. See you again soon.